The students, let's be in continuity for the same chapter, that is should wizard hit mommy. Just look at today's key points. Before that, I want to just repeat the same point, that basic theme of this particular story. If we look at the thing, are parents always right in giving suggestions to their children? And second point is, we must not be away from our natural identity. We must maintain our natural identity. So our moral responsibility. Oh, just look at the basic point that was done in our previous lecture, so that we should be able to look at the continuity of today's lecture. Already father was telling story. Name of father was Jack to his daughter Jo. So automatically he had started the story of Roger's skunk. Nobody has inquired about that. It is an American animal. It is not Indian animal. So because the base of this story is of America. So Roger's skunk is an American animal. So I think crystal clear. Automatically was having problem. What was the problem? It was already done. He used to smell the worst product. Was a sufferer of foul smell. The reason behind that was basic identity of his community. Basic identity of that particular community of Rogers County. Whatever the family or community was concerned. So now just look at the feeling very negative. Due to his worst smell, no animal of forest used to play with him. उसकी बेटे इस प्रॉब्लम के कारण कोई भी एनिमल उसके साथ नहीं खेलता था, वो अकेला ही खड़ा रह जाता था और वो बहुत अपसेट होता। तो ये स्टोरी का तीसरा स्टेप है, जो सुन रही है उनके पापा उनको सुना रहे हैं। ये पूरा चैप्टर जो है इस स्टोरी को हाईलाइट करता है। And if we look at introductory part, we have already done that father had started that custom of storytelling while that girl was just 2 years old. And now that girl was 4 years old, and that particular custom was in continuity. And father was fed up of telling the stories. The reason behind that was he was no more stories to just tell. So that is why he used to tell imaginative story. So base of the story used to be same. सिर्फ थोड़ी बहुत कन्वर्जन एनिमल की कर देते थे। तो आज जो पूरा चैप्टर जिसे कवर करता है रोजर्स का, an American animal used to smell bad, foul smell or bad smell. So no animal used to play. He used to feel upset. So automatically, as per the previous plot of the stories, so he used to move towards old owl. वो फॉरेस्ट में ओल्ड आउल के पास जाता था, अपनी प्रॉब्लम को हाईलाइट करता था कि he used to highlight that particular point that he was a big sufferer due to this. He used to be upset due to that particular point. So इसको सुनने के बाद old owl used to give him suggestion. वो उसको रोजर्स को सजेशन देता था कि बेटा ऐसा कर, you must move to the vision. कि लोकेशन बता देता था कि यहाँ जाओगे you will get the vision. So automatically he used to follow the suggestion given by old owl. तो यहाँ तक मैंने हमने कर लिया था, and he had visited wizard and actions and reactions of wizard were different. You just automatically he followed the suggestion given by old owl and moved to meet wizard. And if we look at identification of wizard, you might have done in the previous chapter. So far as the previous lecture was concerned, you were able to look at that particular point. So far as identification of that particular wizard was concerned, तो उसका was a little tiny man. उसकी हाइट बहुत कम थी. Tiny का मतलब होता है छोटा. And automatically he had worn hat. And if we look at was with long white beard. So जो hat थी it was pointed hat. So automatically I think crystal clear up to this particular point. Identification of wizard. तो वो जो उसका घर होता है white color का घर होता है. That was very small house and the house was not neat and clean house. Automatically that point was highlighted in the story कि क्यों उनका घर साफ नहीं था, because he was not with any cleaning lady. तो कोई sweeper नहीं थी. So many queries or questions were asked by Joe in between. Already I told you people that was very negative side. If somebody is telling us something, it is our moral responsibility to listen first, then act. So we must be a good listener, dear students. So that girl was not good listener. She was just interrupting her father time and again. तो वो wizard के पास जाता है. He just told his problem to wizard. Automatically, wizard had sorted up his problem. इस पॉइंट तक हमने प्रीवियस लेक्चर में पढ़ लिया था कि बेटा विजर्ड ने क्या किया, मैजिक स्पेल से उसकी परमिशन के अकॉर्डिंगली, उसके कहने के अकॉर्डिंगली उसकी बोल स्मेल को गेट कन्वर्टेड इनटू द फ्रेग्रेंस ऑफ रोजेस. क्योंकि उसने डिमांड किया था कि मेरी ये स्मेल को कन्वर्शन कर दो इसमें फ्रेग्रेंस ऑफ रोजेस में. ऑटोमेटिकली दैट was done by Vistas. लेकिन वो पैसे मांग रहा था क्योंकि उस मैजिक स्पेल के ही wanted money. So he wanted 7 pennies, but that Roger's sum was not with that much money. 7 pennies उन्होंने मांगे थे विजर्ड ने. He was having only 4 pennies. These I had already explained in the introductory part. Is cent होता है, it is called cent. जैसे इंडिया में पैसा होता है. So just to get this point in a very sincere order, तो यहाँ पे वो बड़ा परेशान हो जाता था कि मेरे पास तो पैसे कम है. लेकिन उसकी परेशानी को sort out करने के लिए, in order to just make that animal comfortable, wizard used to just give him suggestion कि बेटा तू इस सामने वाली लेन में जा, वहां एक मैजिक वेल होगा, वहां पे you must look at 3 or 4 rounds and you will get the money. तो वो ऐसे ही करता है. सजेशन के अकॉर्डिंगली he was able to get 3 more pennies. जो सजेशन उसको विजर्ड देता है कि हाँ बेटे इस साइड जा, वेल होगा, या you should turn out the well, I think twice or thrice, whatever the suggestion was given by that fellow. He followed everything. He was able to get the money, that is 3 more pennies. He had paid the money to wizard. Oh, look at the point of the optimum level की satisfaction he was feeling, because his smell was converted into very fine fragrance. So that is why he was feeling very satisfied. This point पे, his stage पे, you should be able to understand this point. He was very happy. तो ऐसे ही जंगल फॉरेस्ट में एनिमल्स को देखते हैं, they just look at big get together. तो सारे आते हैं उसके बाद they played and played and played and he was really satisfied. खेलता है बहुत खुश होता है. He was very satisfied to look at that particular point. उसको बड़ी खुशी होती है कि आज सारे एनिमल्स हैं मेरे साथ खेल रहे हैं. So he became very happy, played and played for a long time. सीधा घर नहीं गया. He was just busy with the animal after conversion of that particular smell into fragrance. तो बहुत खेला, बहुत खुश हुआ. He was very happy to look at that particular point of his life. He was very happy. The reason behind that was woodland creatures were playing very happily with him, and every animal was very happy. So, well, after playing, I think in the evening, he moved towards his home. खेलने के बाद, खुश होने के बाद, तो वो अपने घर की तरफ गया. Was having very nice time, and then automatically it was late evening, so that is why he moved towards his house. So now just look at the next step. जैसे ही वो अपने घर गया, what had been the actions and reactions of mother? Just look at. So then what happened? So बहुत खुश था. He was very happy due to his fragrance of roses. But while he reached at home, he was able to look at the different attitude of his mother. क्या था mother का attitude? So mother became very unhappy. She became very angry. Mother of Roger's skunk became very angry. गुस्से से उसने बोला कि तेरी ये हालत किसने की? Who had converted this particular fragrance for you? She had inquired that particular point from Roger's skunk in a very arrogant way. उसने कहा कि बता तेरे को किसने ऐसे बर्बाद किया? किसने तुझे ऐसा नेगेटिव बनाया? क्योंकि वो ऑटोमेटिकली आपने इस पॉइंट पर बेटे पड़ा हुआ है. ये उनकी कम्युनिटी का, ये उनकी जो रोजर स्कंक की जो कम्युनिटी थी, एनिमल कम्युनिटी थी, उनका एक डिफेंस मैकेनिज्म था. बचाने के लिए उनकी फोल स्मेल के कारण कोई भी एनिमल या कोई भी हंटर उनको किल नहीं कर सकता था. सो दैट इज व्हाई मदर बिकेम वेरी एंग्री. सीधा इंक्वायरी किया कि बेटे बता, चल मेरे साथ जिसने तेरे को ये नेगेटिविटी तेरे को बनाया है, the person who has created negative, that is negative fragrance for him, she wanted to inquire that particular point. So उसने बड़े गुस्से के मूड में थी. She was very angry. So Skunk's mommy angry with Wizard, and he told Roger Skunk to move with her towards the direction of the house of Wizard. उसने अपने हाथ में एक बड़ी सी अम्ब्रेला ले लिया उनकी मम्मी ने और कहा कि बेटा चल मेरे साथ विजर्ड के घर, ताकि मैं सेम जो हमारा आइडेंटिटी मार्क है हमारी कम्युनिटी का, उसमें तेरी कन्वर्शन दोबारा करवाऊं. तो जस्ट लुक एट द पॉइंट. Skunk's mom angry was just look at the house of Wizard. वहां घर, जैसे ही वो विजर्ड के घर पहुंची, automatically she hits him on the head. जोर से अम्ब्रेला उसने विजर्ड के सिर पे मारा, and automatically and just instructed that wizard to make reverse conversion of same smell of her child. उसने कहा कि मेरे जो बच्चा है उसकी सेम स्मेल में उसको कन्वर्शन कर. And the action of mother was very arrogant at that particular moment. I think crystal clear आपको this particular point. Yes, आपको step जो है key points समझ clear हो चुका है कि wizard के action को लेके mother was very unhappy. She wanted the same smell for her child. The reason behind that, or I have already told, क्योंकि हर पेरेंट चाहते हैं उनका बच्चा जो है उनके हिसाब से चले. हर पेरेंट चाहते चाहते हैं कि उनके बच्चे जो है नेगेटिविटी से बचे। तो आइडेंटिटी मार्क, वी मस्ट नॉट फॉरगेट द बेसिक। यानी आइडेंटिटी मार्क यानी अगर हम बच्चों के लिए ये एग्जाम्पल कन्वर्ट करते हैं, तुम्हारे लिए कन्वर्ट करते हैं, वी मस्ट लिसन आवर पेरेंट्स। कई बार हमारे पेरेंट्स भी हमें कहते हैं कि बड़े ये नहीं करना वो नहीं करना, वो हमारी भलाई के लिए कहते हैं, चाहे उस टाइम हमें बुरा लगता है, लेकिन वो हमारी पॉजिटिविटी के लिए होता है। जहाँ पे रोजर्स की मम्मी को गुस्सा अपने लिए नहीं आया था। Every parent wants the happiness of their children, लेकिन वो हैप्पीनेस कितनी ऑप्टिमम लेवल की ना हो जाए कि वो अपने बेसिक्स भूल जाए। दैट वाज द बेसिक पॉइंट जिसके कारण उनकी मम्मी को गुस्सा, दैट वाज द बेसिक रीजन। तो हमारे पेरेंट्स भी कई बार गुस्सा करते हैं, क्यों करते हैं? जो क्योंकि वो नहीं चाहते कि हम किसी गलत वे को ऑप्ट कर लें। तो उस टाइम पे वी फील वेरी नेगेटिव, और उस नेगेटिविटी को बेटा छोड़ देना इज द बेसिक लाइफ स्किल you must learn. If the parents is giving instruction or parents are giving instructions are entirely for your benefit, not for the benefit of the parents. So यहाँ पे automatically the things were in a very different order as per the instruction of Roger's comes mom. That particular animal was converted into the same smell, that is foul smell. जैसे ही मम्मी ने उनको गुस्से से बोला, as per her instruction, wizard had done the thing. Again he was the worst kind of smell. फिर दोबारा उसी की उसकी बॉडी में से बहुत स्टिंकी स्टॉन्ग, जिसको कहते थे ना कि he had started smelling in a worst way. I think इस पॉइंट पे आके you might have read the chapter. Number of queries were made by जो बेटी ने, अब वो बड़ी हो चुकी थी, वो इंटरप्ट करती थी बार बार. she had made number of queries in between. वो कहीं तो irrelevant queries. So now look at the next step. तो ऑटोमेटिकली यहाँ पे जो became very upset. जब ये बात की स्टोरी में जब पापा ये पॉइंट बताते हैं कि बेटा जादूगर ने मम्मी की इंस्ट्रक्शन के अकॉर्डिंगली उस एनिमल को उसी स्मेल में कन्वर्ट कर दिया था, जो became very angry, जो became very irritable to listen that particular point. So just look at the argument between Joe and father. She started argumenting on that particular line. पापा को वो आर्गुमेंट करने लगी कि पापा क्या, क्यों वो एनिमल तो खुश था, मम्मी ने क्यों ऐसा किया? नंबर ऑफ इररिलेवेंट क्वेरीज वर डन. इररिलेवेंट भी नहीं, बच्चा जो होता है वो अपने एंगल से सोचता है, बड़ा जो होता है वो अपने एंगल से. लेकिन बच्चे को बड़े बनने में बहुत टाइम लगता है. फॉर दैट नंबर ऑफ गाइडलाइंस आर रिक्वायर्ड फ्रॉम द एल्डर्स. So we must respect every guideline given by our parents, our teachers, or our elders. So this is the basic point I have already told. So just look at the argument between father and Joe. Joe wants wizards to hit back some smoke. जहाँ पे जो कहते कि पापा ये wizard को अटैक करना चाहिए था मम्मी. यानी जैसे ही अम्ब्रेला मम्मी ने उनके सिर पे मारा था, उनको भी बैक अटैक करना चाहिए था, उनको भी आई थिंक नेगेटिव एक्शन करना चाहिए था. फादर disagrees, saying that it is his story. तो पापा ने कहा कि नहीं बेटा, never, mothers can never be wrong. तो उन्होंने कहा कि बेटा ये that is a part of story, and automatically if we look at this particular point, we wanted to highlight that point that was not the basic point of the story. Disagree, saying that it is his story. तुम पापा को स्टोरी सुना रही हो बेटा, या पापा से स्टोरी सुन रही हो? तो ये मेरी स्टोरी है, डोंट मेक कन्वर्जन इन दैट. तो यहाँ पे मम्मी पे जादूगर अटैक करता, never be possible, because he wanted to look at that particular point that mothers must be. यहाँ पे वो बच्चे को ये मॉरल वैल्यू से पीछे नहीं हटाना चाहता था ये कह के, क्योंकि उस पॉइंट को, उस मॉरल वैल्यू को वो बिल्कुल आई थिंक स्ट्रेस देना चाहता था कि मदर्स मस्ट बी रिस्पेक्टेड एट एनी कॉस्ट. दैट इज व्हाई he was not agreed with the point of Joe here. Father defends son's mother, doesn't like mother being hit. Joe unconvinced. तो यहाँ पे जो father है, you will find in the story that just praising the mother. कि उनका जो मम्मी ने किया बिल्कुल ठीक है, mothers can never be wrong. Jack wanted to highlight that particular point that mothers can never ever be wrong. So because he used to tell stories to his daughter in order to upgrade her moral values. और अगर ये पॉइंट को यहाँ कह देते कि नहीं नहीं उनको भी अटैक करना चाहिए था मदर पे, ऑटोमेटिकली ही वाज वेरी वेरी फार अवे फ्रॉम द बेस. जबकि वो बच्ची का जो पॉइंट है दैट वाज वेरी रेलेवेंट पॉइंट यार, अगर दूसरे एंगल से सोचा कि अगर बिना बात के मम्मी ने विजट पे अटैक किया था तो विजट ने कैसे बर्दाश्त कर लिया. तो जस्ट डीप इनटू दिस पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट. लेकिन यहाँ पे 100% protection is given by father to upgrade the respect level of mother. Not the mother of Rogers Skunk, every mother. So I think crystal clear up to this particular point. So next step you will have to look at. So Rogers Skunk was in the same kind of bad smell. अब घर आए वापिस, automatically Rogers Skunk just came back home with his mother. अपनी मम्मी के साथ वो वापिस आए. Automatically then what had happened? Now next step you will find in the story. The three means father of Roger Skunk, mother of Roger Skunk, and Roger Skunk. So they had taken hearty meal. ये मील होता है बहुत अच्छा डिनर किया उन्होंने, बहुत अच्छा खाना खाया. उसमें पूरी डिटेल भी दिया हुआ है आपके चैप्टर में कि क्या क्या उन्होंने खाया. They had taken very fine meal. So then what are the next step? तो उसके बाद अब सोने का वक्त था. Now Roger Skunk was about to go to bed. तो मम्मी आए उनके रूम में. What had happened? So she had shown affection for his child. So automatically mother had shown very fine emotions for her child. जब वो सोने लगा तो मम्मी आई. तो mother had shown very fine affections by hugging the child and just by kissing Roger Skunk. जब वो सोने लगा मम्मी ने कहा कि यार मेरा बच्चा लग रहा है कि हाँ, क्योंकि वो अपनी ओरिजिनल स्मेल में था, अपनी ओरिजिनल आइडेंटिटी में था. इस स्टेज पे डिनर करने के बाद जब सोने का वक्त हुआ, मदर Skunk had shown her affection for his child, for her child. कि हाँ बेटा अब लग रहा है कि तुम मेरा बेबी है, तुम मेरा बच्चा. He wanted to highlight that particular. She wanted to highlight that particular point in a very detailed way. क्योंकि हर पेरेंट बेटे तब खुश होते हैं जब हम उनके कहने के अकॉर्डिंगली चलते हैं. वो हमें अपनी रीजनिंग पार्ट तब यूज करनी चाहिए कि हाँ वेदर द थिंग done for our benefit. If any action is taken by parents, we should be able to recognize the ways. तो यहाँ पे मम्मी बहुत इफेक्शन शो करती है ऑटोमेटिकली सोने से पहले उसको कहती है कि मेरा बेटा बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है. Was very happy to look at that particular point. Then what I you will able to look at the next step in the story, page 54, 53 or 54. You have to look at the point. Now next step, Roger's come and move back home. It was done. So अब यहाँ पे जो आज very confusing question. जैक से वो पूछते हैं कि पापा और एनिमल्स, बाकी एनिमल्स तो दूरी भागते होंगे ना. So she wanted to inquire the base that again that Roger's son would be in negative state. यहाँ बच्ची यहाँ क्वेरी करती है पापा से. वो कहती है कि पापा जो बाकी एनिमल थे हम दूर भागते होंगे अगेन, would not be able to play with the other animals. So automatically just look at the answer of father at that moment. He answered in a very fine way. उन्होंने कहा कि बेटा नहीं, the passage of time, other animals had cultivated the habit to play with Roger's thumb. तो नहीं बेटा, everything was in positive order, क्योंकि कहानी का वो एंड तो करने जा रहे थे और बेसिक एंड was that the fragrance was no more with the animal. अब elaboration कर रही थी ये लड़की जो. And again that particular query was asked कि पापा बाकी animals, so Papa had made everything in positive order because he was going to close the story. तो उन्होंने कहा कि नहीं बेटा, बाकी एनिमल्स को भी आदत पड़ गई थी धीरे धीरे इसके साथ खेलने की, उस एनिमल के साथ खेलने की. नेक्स्ट स्टेप इज you will able to look at the thing. So he had highlighted that he used to play with woodland creatures happily after negative conversion also. So now just look at this particular point. अब basically जो को वो पॉइंट बिल्कुल अच्छा नहीं लग रहा था कि क्यों विजट क्यों हारा, विजट ने क्यों बर्दाश्त किया नेगेटिव. She was just giving stress on that particular point time and again. वो बार बार इस पॉइंट को हाईलाइट कर रही है कि पापा ये why the things were in negative order. विजट का क्या दोष? Because she was giving stress. You might be able to judge that psychology of child is different from the psychology of elder one. So that is why she was giving stress on the same point time and again. अब बार बार कहती है कि पापा विजट must have hit the mommy back. कि विजट को भी अटैक करना चाहिए था मम्मी पे. She was just highlighting that particular point a very different way, but father was disagreeing on that particular point. उस point को लेके पापा जो थे never answered in affirmative. उन्होंने उस point को positive में आंसर नहीं दिया because she was giving stress on that particular time point time and again. उस point को कि हाँ विजट जो था उसका कोई दोष नहीं था, मम्मी पे विजट को अटैक करना चाहिए था. She wanted that action in the story. वो चाहती थी कि पापा उस स्टोरी में वो पॉइंट ऐड करें. Now just look at the point, but father never wanted that. Already I had told that story it was meant for the moral value. अगर उस स्टोरी में पापा कहते थे कि नहीं नहीं मम्मी ने गलत किया था, मम्मी पे विजट को अटैक करना दिया था, father was not in favor of his daughter. वो अपनी बच्ची को सही गाइडलाइंस नहीं दे रहे. नेक्स्ट स्टेप इज ultimately she was giving over stress to that particular point. अब पापा स्टोरी इसलिए सुनाते थे कि वो सो जाए. That time में he used to look at the thing, but she was overactive at that particular moment and giving stress on that particular point time and again. And ultimately she had quoted the same line, Papa, tomorrow must hit mom कि पापा प्रॉमिस करो कल एक कहानी सुनाओगे, ऐसी कहानी सुनाओगे, यानी कि इसी की इलैबोरेशन करोगे या इसी बेस पे ऐसी कहानी सुनाओगे कि विजय जो था उसने मम्मी पे अटैक किया, उसने भी मम्मी पे वार किया जैसे उन्होंने उनके हेड पे हिट किया। तो father was not agreed for that. So she was overactive. You will find the last page of this particular story. You will find the girl very active. She was not in sleeping form. Father was irritated to look at action and reaction of that girl and things because she was no longer a small girl. She used to overreact in a very different way. So I think you are crystal clear. Now, if we look at the last paragraph of the story, तो अब ऊपर वो कहानी सुना रहे थे अपनी बच्ची को, नीचे उनकी वाइफ क्लेयर, नेम ऑफ मदर ऑफ जो वाज क्लियर। तो ऑटोमेटिकली वो नीचे थी, वो ऊपर पापा उसको कहानी सुना रहे थे अपनी बेटी को, तो वो नीचे आए। लास्ट में यू विल बी एबल टू फाइंड द थिंग क्लियर द वाइफ बिजी पेंटिंग स्कैटर्ड फर्नीचर। वो जब क्लियर जैक की जो वाइफ थी वो शी वाज बिजी इन पेंटिंग वुडवर्क, बेसिकली फर्नीचर ऑफ ड्राइंग रूम। तो मम्मी कहाँ बिजी थी जो कि शी वाज जस्ट इन ड्राइंग रूम, शी वाज जस्ट पेंटिंग द फर्नीचर ऑफ ड्राइंग रूम। अब उस टाइम पे स्टोरी के बीच में यू माइट बी एबल टू डू मस्ट लुक एट द थिंग पैसिव कैरेक्टर है इस लेडी का यहाँ पे क्लियर का। तो शी वाज प्रेग्नेंट, चाहे वो इतना काम कर रही थी एट दैट मोमेंट शी वाज प्रेग्नेंट। तो ऑटोमेटिकली जैक को बहुत फील हो रहा था कि he might have helped his wife instead of just looking at the story. So he was feeling humiliated at that moment. So automatically clear the wife busy painting scattered furniture. Joe still not asleep. Father was Joe of spanking her. उसने आप एंड में देखोगे कि पापा जब नीचे आते हैं वो भी नीचे आने की कोशिश करते हैं, लेकिन पापा उसको गुस्से से कहते हैं कि बेटा सो जा। He wanted her to be sleeping. तो कहते हैं कि जैसे आपका भाई वो भी सो रहा है, she must have a fine sleep. So automatically what had happened, वो क्या एंड में क्या होता है, तो क्लेयर कहते हैं कि क्या बात है, कितना देर लग गया कहानी को। Was just inquiring from her husband Jack कि क्या बात है, बहुत टाइम लगा दिया, क्योंकि उस टाइम पे she was in the requirement of help from her husband. Already told this particular point that she was pregnant at that particular moment for their third baby. Already they were having 2 children. Third children के लिए she was pregnant. It was the 6th month of her pregnancy. So at that moment she was doing heavy work. तो जो कि उसको नहीं करना चाहिए था, इसलिए उसने पूछा कि क्या बात है, एक इधर कहानी। So what had happened, you should be able to look at the ending point of the story. जहाँ पे you will find Jack was very exhausted. कि वाइफ तो उनसे पूछ रही थी कि हाँ कितनी देर लगा दी आपने, because she was expecting that fellow might have helped her in पेंटिंग करते वक्त। वो उसकी वहां पे जैक की भी जरूरत थी, लेकिन जैक को बिजी किसने किया हुआ था, जो। और ऑटोमेटिकली what just look at the last, father undergoes a change of mood. So वहां पे wife was complaining, Claire was complaining about the long time for that particular story। कहते कि आप कहाँ देखती हो इसे। तो यहाँ पे इस स्टेज पे जैक was not in position to just help his wife। यहाँ पे वो कहानी सुना के इतने थके हुए थे, he never want to look at any other assignment, कुछ नहीं वो करना चाहते थे। अब आराम करना चाहते थे. He never want to talk with his wife. He never want to listen to his wife. So things were in a very negative order. So you should be able to look at this last point. So he never want to speak. He never want to work. He never want to help his wife. So automatically you will find that he was not able to do his basic duties due to I think irrelevant कह लीजिए या unnecessary habits cultivated by that particular fellow, that is Jack. End point आप story का देखोगे कि it was uh, impossible for him to help his wife. It was impossible for him to talk with his wife. Was feeling very humiliated at that particular moment. So this is all about the story. If we look at the basic message of this story, so there are, I think, three messages. First message, if we look at, we must listen to our elders in a very sincere way. Second is, we must not uh, forget our identity. जो अपनी identification है, we should not be away from that. And if we look at the third basic point, so we shouldn't interfere with the ways of nature. So with this particular story is over. So if we look at vocabulary of this particular chapter, little bit tough. So automatically you must make your queries students at any moment. Right now also at